insurance doesn't cover.
Hey, everybody.
This place expected to be packed here tonight. American Family Field are going roof open. And a gorgeous night as we get ready for game one between the Brewers.
Game one.
Of the Arizona Diamondbacks, Torrey, 58 years old, his second postseason appearance. He came to the postseason his first year as manager. This is his 7th year. Let's take a look at the lineup that he has put together. The Arizona Diamondbacks finished 7th out of 15 teams in the National League in runs per game. They don't slug a ton. They got Carroll up top.
We got Carroll, Kit Martinez, Paham, Walker, Mono, Gurriel Jr., Thomas, Jr., and Palermo. Corbin Burns is on the hit tonight.
In the history of his career, but he's also a dominant pitcher that has a Cy Young Award season and against the strikeouts.
One of the other things to contemplate for the most part of the last couple of years, his catcher has been Victor Caratini. He's caught 44 of Burns' last 65 starts. Their everyday catcher is that young man, William Contreras, Wilson's younger brother. Contreras caught Burns his final 3 starts of the regular season, and Corbin Burns pitched very well.
They say, live ball. Corbin Carroll. And here we go. That's the 3. First pitch is called a strike. Let's go, Brewers. Let's go, Brewers. 0-1 pitch. Called a strike. Back-to-back strike.
It kind of hovers. You think it's going to be low, and Carroll gives up on it and ends up clipping the knees.
Ha!
Righty back to work.
Righty back to work. Foul ball, says the third base umpire. Yeah, well, that too. Postseason player.
Once the cutter action, this is what it does. It starts where you think it's in the middle of the plate, and then it pours in you like a saw. And then all of a sudden you find yourself jammed and defending yourself. And in that case, Carroll broke his back.
The lane changer.
Corbin Carroll.
23 years old from the first round pick from the Seattle area. Put together
23 batting, 285 batting average. Burns ready. Ground ball right side. Bryce Terrain to Carlos Santana. Let's go, Brewers. Curve, change, slider, sinker. Cutter, change. First pitch is called a strike. And a curve. 276 batting average. Regular 25 homers. Foul ball. It's quickly nothing and 2.
When you lay back, you kind of play that big hop. You can't charge it. Sometimes charging it allows to catch it before it gets it out. But it looks like it was the right call.
Santana, a solid guy with a glove, his defense.
Yeah.
Number 1 in the majors in outs above average. In fact, in terms of that advanced metric, we have the top 2 teams in the big squaring up. Milwaukee 1, Arizona number 2. Here's the pitch. Shot slow, Burns starting to walk it off, thinking he had call strike 3.
Well, there's a reason Milwaukee Brewers logo is a glove. I think it works very well right now.
So not everybody can see that it's an MB and a glove.
Ball.
And now it's 2-2.
2-2.
Marte finished the year strong at OPS over 920 in September.
Yeah, well, that too. Let's go, Coben. Come on, Coben. Another foul ball.
Well, as a hitter against Corbin Burns, you have to accept that nothing is straight. You're not going to see anything that's coming straight. It's all late movement. It cuts in on you. It can go roll the curveball on you, game speeds. He works north-south well. He works east-west well.
Come on in, everybody. Another baseball on the channels today. 2-2. Ground ball to Bryce Terang. Throws it to Santana. 2 up, 2 down. 10 pitches. For Corbin Burns. Let's go, Brewers. Ah. Foul tip. Foul tip. 0-1 the count.
So that adjustment, going back and looking at video from 2021, the Cy Young year, and looking at that data.
Yeah, right. Fouled out of play. Souvenir cutter.
This veteran they acquired at the deadline from the New York Mets.
They came out an incredible June for the Mets and kind of put them on the map for the tradability.
Ball.
A guy who does not chase. As a team, this is an Arizona team that does not swing and miss it tough.
It's such a good combination of a team that's fairly young, but also disciplined enough to not chase a lot.
Ball. What the?
I mean, you can see Burns. He's just on the edges. He's constantly in competitive pitches every single time.
That one fell back. His fam stays alive.
And when he takes him on, every single pitch has a purpose. And if it's, he misses, he finds another way to get you and move from that edge of the corner to another edge.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, that one bounced foul.
Curveball from his during the season, he threw it 17% of the time, as we talked about. But opponents only hit 132 with a 209 slugging percentage. So they did minimal to.
Already 7 fouls from the Arizona hitters. Swing, did he go? No swing, says first base umpire Dan Molino. And now it's filled up 3-2.
The fam just has this way, he's just a quiet hitter.
What?
Can you put that grill away, please?
Yes.
So pitch 8 coming to Tommy Pham.
Yeah.
The 3-2. On the ground, Terang loves it. And he makes all 3 plays. And Burns gets a 1-2-3.
1, 2, 3.
No score, Milwaukee.
No score, Milwaukee.
This is a status
I mean-
bar. This is a search bar. Let's know the difference, okay? Social media. It can be overwhelming for a young homeowner turning into their parents.
Now, what does it mean to slide into someone's DMs? That sounds like a lot of fun.
Okay, we're not ready for that. As a team, we'll get there. It might be a fruit emoji, but that doesn't mean they're talking about fruit.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto with us.
Okay, do you really think we need 47 photos of fun dinner at Pam?
Yes.
No.
This is Amanda, lots of low price, and this is Fernando, who just had to click twice. CVS helps with your health and your wealth, with 85% of scripts under $10. CVS, healthier, peppers together.
With Fidelity Income Planning, we'll help you create a clear, personalized plan for cash flow, even when you're not working. A plan that includes all your accounts so you can enjoy whatever comes next. That's the planning effect from Fidelity.
More speed, we've got you covered. More action, more run, new year.
He went back there.
Right above, pound for pound. This is the best baseball you've ever seen. In the postseason, it's even better.
Welcome back in here in Milwaukee. Yeah, the baby-faced manager, he's 53. 8th full-year, 9th season overall. He took over in May of 2015. Craig Counsell. And let's check out the lineup that he's put together for the Brewers. They finished 8th in the National League in runs per game. They don't hit a ton of homers. Their offense was bad early, finished strong. Yelich up top, then Contreras and Santana, plus Canna. Santana and Canna acquired at the deadline. South Freeling, their rookie center fielder, and this group will go up against Brandon Funk, the right-hander. Part of this rotation did kind of the up-down between the minors, but he finished well.
What a journey for him. He gets sent out in spring training, doesn't make the team, and then here he is starting game one. So, you never know that trajectory. He's made some improvements.
First off, for Yelich is in for a strike. Christian Yelich put together a very solid year. 278, 34 doubles, 19 homers. So the OPS plus 24% above the big league average. And Yelich found some of his slug again. Not quite to the level that we saw when he won the MVP at 18 and finished runner-up in 19, but still really good. Count 2-1.
Count is 2-1.
As far as Brandon Funk is concerned, Dougie, he's in the zone. He throws a lot of strikes.
Yeah, well, that too.
2-1 now.
2-1 on Yelich. Now it's 3 balls and a strike.
That's his primary. But he also throws a sweeper very often.
Yeah,
That's sort of
that's good.
That's his plus pitch.
Plus pitch.
Strike. Called a strike by Mark Ripperger. Kayzo said it missed, and now it's 3-2.
Very important, the young pitcher on the mound for the Diamondbacks to get him confident in this first at bat.
Yelich slices one foul down the left side, scooping that one out of the mitt of Moreno. It'll stay 3-2.
Stay 3-2.
Christian Yelich at 31 years old. Brewers initially got him from Miami in January of 18. Basically, within the same 24 hours, they signed Lorenzo Payne, and those two moves helped change the recent fortunes of Brewers postseason baseball. Pitch inside, and Yelich.
Pitch inside. Ball.
Just 6.2% of batters he faced this year. The leadoff man is aboard.
Well, you look at his zone, he's in the zone. And as you mentioned, 55%. Over the minimum of 90 innings. This is talking top 10 category.
So does that make you think there's some nerves here?
And there should be. There should be. And Torey Lovell's manager said, let's see that first at bat.
Contreras
Ball.
is going to be taking all the way.
Contreras takes all the way.
Brandon Funk, 24 years old, from Louisville, Kentucky. Which this college ball at Kellerman.
Swing and a miss.
It is from Contreras.
Strike one on a full seam fastball.
His name is spelled P-F-A-A-D-T. And then he went to
P-F-A-
he said a lot of times he was
ADT. I don't know how the hell to pronounce it. Strike two.
Strike, and now it's 1-2.
It's 1-2 the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
He's making a name for himself.
Literally.
Everybody will know. Funk.
Yelich at first, and Funk.
Yelich at first.
That one slapped
Slap the other way. Fly blooper. Yelich going to third. Safe at third. Single to right field.
sweeper. So he finally gets a chance to throw it, but he gets a little too much of the plate, but very good hitting by Contreras just to get a piece of it. And off the end, he deadens it and just drops in without spin. Good base running by Yelich, because off the bat, you might think, okay, it might drift out to the right fielder. He knew where he was playing.
Come on, boys!
You see Contreras in September. He finished the year with an 18 straight game hit streak.
Come on, Santana! 2 on, nobody out. Oh, pitch is in for a strike.
The home run ball was a problem, so you just saw the sinker. He's been throwing that a little bit more. Take a peek at the numbers from the veteran Santana. First and third, nobody out.
First and third, nobody out. Right side, base hit. Contreras stops at second. Still nobody out.
And Santana was able to push it to his right. Martinez, that is just enough.
Santana's brought in some veteran presence. He just gets enough of it. But now, you know, this has been a season where the shifting has been reduced in terms of the dramatic nature of it and how far you can do it. 2 infielders on that side. So if you're trying to cover that hole, you're giving up the middle. And base running for the Brewers is part of their asset. So they get these first and seconds, first and thirds. They know how to take the extra base.
Yeah, so one of the things we saw with the shift was the change in terms of left-handed batters on pulled ground balls. Last year, lefties hit 142 on pulled ground balls with the shift in effect. This year, the average rose to 169. Now, that's not a great number, but the increase of 27 points is pretty significant. And right there, Santana, a beneficiary.
Shows bunt, but it's called a strike on a sinker.
So the Brewers jump in front.
Brewers jump in front.
It has not exactly been a laser show against Brandon Fogg.
Brandon Fogg. No, I didn't pronounce it wrong.
The 0-1.
You're one. And now for ball one.
Well, Fox just trying to establish that fastball, but if he can't get into that how he wants to, he's not able to use that wipeout sweeper that really is his strongest pitch.
2 on, nobody out.
2 on, nobody out.
Fouled away. Brandon Fogg found out he was the game 1 starter during their celebration this past Saturday when they found out they had made the playoffs, celebrating in a clubhouse, champagne being sprayed, and Mike Hazen, the general manager, let the cat slip out of the bag. Look at, you got sent down. We told you to be an important piece, and now you're starting game 1. As Canada is going on strikes and fought. Hit the big out for first. And with 1 away.
1 away.
This is a good pitch by Fogg because he can live like that. 3/4 delivery. When you go up and in, you got that late run. And that sidearm delivery can really get out a right-handed batter. Ties up Canada. So that pitch is the one that sets up the sweeper to be able to go to that outer third. So if he can get that combination going, you can settle in right here.
1-0 Milwaukee.
1-0 Milwaukee.
Freelick, the rookie outfielder, starting in center field. Freelick was their first-round pick from Boston College in 2021. They're there for Mike Gambino. Freelick fouls one back.
Freelick fouls one on the way.
To second. Scrappy guy.
That's the Brewers.
Massachusetts, his favorite player growing up, Dustin Pedroia. Foul. Freelick jokingly said
Freelick.
his freshman year of high school, he was about 5'2", 120 pounds. So size-wise, he and Petey have, I'd say, a little something in common. He's how strong and he can play.
Yeah, and I mean, he's fearless on defense. I mean, he'll jump on the wall, into the wall, whatever it takes.
Here's 0-2. And a swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss.
Back-to-back strikeouts.
Further
And now they're 2 away.
I like how he's using
Strikes him out.
elevation. This is where
Flat.
going up in the zone with velocity and late movement.
Adonis
That's a great
up the back.
combination.
Further strikes out.
Open up the other options in other parts of the plate.
Brent Strom going out to the mound. Interesting spot for it. It appeared the rookie had recovered from a bumpy start. And with 2 outs after 2 straight strikeouts, the veteran pitching coach goes out to the hill. They want to go up against Willie Adames. Brewers lead 1-0. RBI single. As Adames climbs in, if you see those spikes, and that's really pregame. Okay, so who's your favorite player? And he said Derek Jeter by far. If you see the spikes, they've got Jeter's number 2 on him, kind of an ode to the captain. Yep, there they are.
Swing and a miss from Willie Adames.
I think one thing they might have been able to say to fought in that meeting was just to say, look, this guy's going to attack the first pitch as he's done all year. Fastballs play very well as long as you get the elevation against him.
Contreras at second, Santana at first.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Right there. Nothing in 2. So
Nothing in 2.
To have settled in. Brewers lead 1-0. We're in the bottom.
Brewers leading 1-0.
And Jesse Rogers here, American Family Field.
Yeah, on the season, the four-seamer Adames has only hit 195, so it's something where he could just elevate even farther to get him here.
Upstairs, that one out of the zone, and Adames laying off.
That's a good pitch. That's a good pitch because it serves 2 purposes. You might get the chase. Okay, you didn't get it, but now you open up the chance that you can throw that sweeper and get that chase.
See what he goes with here. They got him to swing and miss at the sweeper, and Adames is gone. 3 straight strikeouts for Quad. Did a really nice job of damage control. Carlos Santana gets the scoring started. RBI single, 1-0 Milwaukee.
Show the world what it means to be a fan at Fanatics.com. The world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear. From all the leagues, teams, and players you love. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.com. Officially licensed everything.
Chipotle's carne asada is back. It's our most tender cuts of steak, grilled and seasoned with cumin, oregano, and coriander. Finished with fresh lime and hand-chopped cilantro. Carne asada. This is our best steak ever.
Why pay over $100 a month for cable when it's half the cost for Fubo TV? Get all the channels you want on the only live TV streaming service rated #1 in customer satisfaction by J.D. Power. Try free at FuboTV.com.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Look at that new titanium iPhone 15 Pro. Why don't I have one? You need to go to T-Mobile, where new and existing customers can get iPhone 15 Pro on them. I do need to switch to T-Mobile. You're very wise, Reflection Common. You're very handsome, Real Common. You don't need hair. Yeah, hair is for suckers.
At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium on us now and the freedom to upgrade every year.
Continues tomorrow on the networks of ESPN.
Brewers lead it 1-0 back here at American Family Field. John Shelby and Doug Glanville. Corbin Burns back to work as we go to the second. And let's send it downstairs and check in with Jesse Rogers.
Yeah, but let's talk more about Burns as running mate Brandon Woodruff out for this series. It was a heartbreaking press conference he held yesterday, holding back tears, talking about his second shoulder injury of the season. He'll go for a second opinion this weekend, but it doesn't sound good. This is a guy that was going well in September. 22 innings pitched, and really was heading towards the playoffs in a good spot. And then this happened. Bad start in Miami. I watched a live BP on Friday here. He looked good, but then 2 days later he plays catch, and he feels it in a bad way, and so he is out. Looks like Wade Miley, the veteran, is going to enter the picture for the Brewers as they cover Woodruff's spot.
So they'll wait and see what they're going to do for Game 2. As of now, it's still for Craig Counsell. Peralta in Game 3, and tomorrow is up in the air. As that one misses to Christian Walker, and Burns is falling behind 3-0. The injury for Woodruff, a right shoulder capsular injury. So he's out for this series and possibly the entire playoffs. Burns fires one through there, and now it's 3-1 on Walker. Walker with big power, 33 homers. And that one lined to the base hit out into left center field. Walker hits it hard. Yelich picks it up and fires it in. And here in the second, the Diamondbacks get the lead off and aboard.
The Birds had to come in the zone with some elevation, and even with elevation, he's got good movement. You can see the cut on the ball here as it's going away from Walker, but he had to start it at his hip and let it come over the plate just to get that strike. And talk about strike, he struck that ball well off of Walker's bat and gets some D-backs to get him started.
Yeah, that was laced 106.5 miles an hour. First offering is in for a strike to Gabriel Moreno. Gabby is his teammates calling. Gurriel in the Dalton Varsho trade from Toronto in December of last year. Elite defense he brings to the table. That's in there. Now it's 92.
But Moreno will be the X factor when you talk about running game, because the Brewers have not shut down the running game that well, whereas the Diamondbacks are phenomenal at success rate, close to 87% success. The Brewers run well, but Moreno has broken them down well.
In the dirt and dug out
in the dirt.
So we have a guy like Moreno who can throw, who's a converted infielder. And I asked him about it. He said, well, I learned to get quick with my release from turning double plays at second base. And that's how he throws to second. So, tremendous asset.
Burns ready at 1-2. It's too high. Walker
too high.
Stolen 11 bags this year, has not been caught. He's over there at first. The Diamondbacks had the second most steals in baseball this year, and the second highest success rate, 86.5%. The big league average is a shade over 80. That's the highest ever. 2-2.
2-2.
Popped up, foul ground, Santana near the camera well. Reaching. And Santana makes the play. So a pop-out foul off the bat.
Pop-out foul.
Here is Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Luis Gurriel Jr.
of this National League Wildcard Series. And that pitch clips the outside corner.
Clips the outside edge for strike one.
Ripper, 0-1. Gurriel put together a fine season this year. He was an all-star. Native of Cuba, his brother Yuli with the Marlins. That one foul off his foot. Kentucky, I remember growing up and hearing about his dad. His dad, Lourdes Gurriel, was one of the all-time great hitters over Cuba.
And, his brother, batting title. I mean, a family that can flat out hit. And Gurriel last year only had 5 home runs, but this year he got his power game back. He's hitting doubles. He's playing good defense. And you talk about the trade that
That's an understatement in my book.
I mean, that's lost Dalton Varsho, a tremendous prospect and a talent with Toronto, but they've gotten some great return here.
2 starters. Field 2 is tap foul.
Tap foul.
The on-deck circle.
But one thing Gurriel this season has not fared that well against the Cubs. So this, in some ways, not a great matchup for him. But he hits off speed really well. And if Burns tries to change it up a little bit, that's where Gurriel to get his hits.
Well, there goes the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Strike 3.
Stole that easily.
We talked to Walker yesterday, and he was saying, look, I'm not known for a base stealer at all, but this is what they've learned. With the new rules, they're getting a lot more momentum going forward because they know when to go. They have the patterns, and Dave McKay, one of their coaches, is excellent at finding tips and knowing when the guy's going to go home. So you don't have to be fast, you just have to pay attention.
Yeah, Dave McKay, their first base coach, handles base running, and also a guy that knows a thing or two about outfield defense. Walker at second, 1-0 Milwaukee. And the curve is in for a strike.
Curve is in there for a strike.
Every time Dave McKay sees a base stealer do that, he must be like joyous. He's like, he stole off of invisibility.
Right. Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss.
Pitch moving away from Thomas. Morgan Burns allowing the leadoff single, and now trying to shut down Thomas and retire the Diamondbacks. Fans starting to make some noise.
Fans starting to make some mighty noise. 3 up, 3 down, 1 left. 1-0 Brewers. Alex Thomas, right, please sit down, Sonny boy. Yeah, that's what I say, folks.
The interview you prepared for was for a job that was too good to be true.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Create a free Indeed account. Indeed strives to screen job listings, so you're more likely to apply to jobs that won't lead to nowhere.
Your office looks legit.
I know the challenges you face, the workforce uncertainties that keep you up at night. The economy is volatile, recession is inevitable, AI is disruptive. 325,000 CEOs, HR leaders, and politicos turn to Sherm. 95% of all Fortune 500 companies turn to Sherm. When work keeps you up at night, turn to Sherm.
Yeah.
We find missing people who have slipped through the cracks in the rainbow.
We need to talk about how you figured out this location before it's cops.
We all have our secrets.
Oh,
Yours wet too?
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You have the sunroof open.
I didn't open it.
You're Mr. Sunroof.
I'm Mr. Sunroof?
Yeah, you're always like, let's open the sunroof.
I didn't leave it open. Do you replay? Yeah.
This What Really Happened Replay is brought to you by Progressive. One thing no one would challenge, protecting your home and auto with Progressive.
I'm gonna get that for you.
One Bunny Brewer.
Craig Council, that's 1983. His name John was the Brewers Community Relations Director with Raleigh Fingers on the left, Deion James on the right. We had a chance to spend a lot of time around County Stadium, the site of which is basically. And when you look at Craig Council and his connection to this city, he grew up in nearby Whitefish Bay. His high school field is named after him. Big swing and a miss from Donaldson. Council settled in as their manager, I'll say, 8th full year. in the playoffs for the 5th time in the last 6 years. Here's a 1-1 to Donaldson. The Craig Council was pretty straightforward about Josh Donaldson. On the 31st of August into AAA, and then brought him up September 11th. He said, we hope he gets a homer, maybe gets a couple walks.
That's what he does.
The 2-1. Back on the ground. And then, more specifically, he said, he hits mistakes. He hits mistakes in the air. So, a 152 batting average on the year.
I also put a poll up so you guys can vote on it.
13 of them have gone over the fence.
Line drive, that's a base hit.
So a rare non-homer for Josh Donaldson.
A rare non-homer for Josh Donaldson. Singles into right field. Yeah, I had to put that poll up before I forgot. Hey, I didn't need to hear that much.
Well, Donaldson with 13 home runs out of 25 hits. He also had 5 doubles, so he had no rooms for singles. That's an insult to him.
Ryan shortens to bunt, and that'll bring Longoria charging in from third. Longoria, the veteran, the 37-year-old. Terrain can really run. Both these teams have a lot of speed. One foul.
And sometimes you get caught in between. You're trying to punt. You're like, well, let me maybe make it possible to get a hit out of this or get on base. And then you start moving before you need to. So he swatted at that instead of just waiting for it and committing to the sacrifice. That's the tough part, but it's hard to do both.
All the strikeout Terang, their first round pick in 2018. Falk delivers. And that's outside. Terang, a very good defender. Is that Ryan played the majors with Seattle in the early 90s. Just getting going, bottom of the second. The Brewers have a 1-0 lead on the Carlos Santana RBI single. That was in the first. The 2-1. On it. We go to first. Marte gets over. And the sacrifice executed.
Well, you know, when you're running on first, you have a little bit more room, the margin for error to get it down. He made Falk field the ball, and he only had one play. Donaldson can still run a little bit, so he gets it down and gives himself up for the runner in scoring position.
And now it's Tyrone Taylor, the right fielder. John Shelby, Doug Linville, Jesse Rogers. As Taylor swings and misses.
Come on, boys.
Brendan Falk, the 24-year-old, on the mound. He was asked in the press conference yesterday, have you ever been to a postseason game? He said, no, I'd only been to 2. Howard fan.
I got a call.
So Phillies-Reds game, and then we pitch to the Cape. That's Taylor.
Taylor, get up, come on! Hey, fucking boy! Taylor! Wee-ha, boy! Hey, boy! 105! 1-6! 20 launch, ball 3 for last distance. Holy shit! Play another!
Just didn't make the pitch he wanted to make. It's just a fastball that gets elevated. It's to the glove. But Taylor was waiting for it.
He said, get up, get out of here, ball.
Yelich bounces one foul. McBurry, the first base coach, knocked down. So Donaldson, a single. Taylor, a homer. The Brewers were 12th. 15 teams in homers hit in the National League this year, so it's not a huge part of their offense.
Oh, yeah, that too.
That one line, and into right field. And
That one mine in the right field.
Well, in this case, he's going to that strong secondary pitch he has, but the location wasn't there. Yelich just drops the head down on the ball and just fights it off through the zone. I mean, this is Yelich, who's really had a nice bounce back season this year, hitting the ball hard more consistently, using all fields. And in this case, picking the right pitch in the right spot to put the power on it.
3-0 Milwaukee. Contreras at the plate, 1 out man at first. So Yelich has reached twice. And a swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss.
I'll tell you something you and I talk about off the air. Kids, when your friends tell you homers don't work in the postseason, don't listen to them because that is not true. The Brewers getting a 2-run homer here tonight. How important are home runs in recent postseason play? Yeah, it's very clear. If you out-homer the opposition, you have a huge advantage, even more so than in the regular season.
Strike to
When you talk to Craig Counsell, a lot of the managers, and they talk about young players playing in this environment, they talk about just dealing with the momentum shifts in the crowd and the energy and these sort of managing emotions around that. And that happens so differently with a home run.
On the ground is short.
On the ground is short.
Second for one, return to first, not in time.
Not in time to do the double. They got one.
So you think about the home run, and that is instantaneously at home, especially. That's going to change the chemistry of the air immediately, and you're going to have to deal with that swing and that crooked number that the Brewers just put up.
So the last 5 postseasons, an .848 winning percentage. When you out-homer the opposition, the great Sarah Lang's delivering that for us.
Carlos Santana.
Here in this one.
He's 1 for 1.
Popped up.
Popped up. Foul.
Gets out of play.
Out of play.
Brewers lead 3-0.
Brewers lead 3-0.
For neither of these teams, the home run has the home run been a big part of their offense.
Yeah.
It just hasn't. And the Diamondbacks run, they go first to third, they put the ball in play, they don't strike out a lot. The Brewers will strike out, they just walk a little bit more, and they sprout. They mostly just dominate you on the pitching and defensive side of the ball.
Fought ahead, 0-1.
Ball.
And so Brendan Fott, I'm sure, is wishing he could have that one back. A home run to the number 9 hitter and an 0-2 pitch.
And, he actually hit the glove. That's also frustrating. It was called, he threw it to the glove. It just caught too much of the plate to get to that glove, and that was it.
Right-hander 1-1. 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls and a strike.
Carlos Santana has come over and made an impact. 11 homers, 52 games with the Brewers. He hit 12 in 94 games with the Pirates. Brewers lead 3-0.
Brewers lead 3-0.
Santana is so known for his incredible discipline throughout his entire career that I asked him yesterday, where do you get that from? He's like, divine. He said he can't even explain it. He's always had it.
First and second back in is Contreras. Yeah, he's always had great patience. A little more aggressive this season. Switch hitter who came up as a catcher. Fly ball left field.
Fly ball with left field.
Gurriel
Has it.
And that is out number 3.
And that is out number 3.
Homer by Tyrone Taylor. The Brewers add to their lead. It's 3-0 Milwaukee.
The Wells Fargo Active Cash Card.
It's not good.
The Wells Fargo Active Cash Card. That's real life ready.
What? Too much?
Every time. So you can keep your ride or die alive.
To all our waters, we're here for you. With a source of comfort.
I know which one to go for. On that home one or watching that.
Perfect sleeper. Sometimes we lose, sometimes we win, sometimes we
Not
try
this stupid
to fit
commercial.
in. Sometimes we don't know what's in store. Sometimes we find what we're looking for. Sometimes we're rolling easy and free. Sometimes one makes three. So much to love along this ride. That's why Nationwide is on your side. It's time.
Smoky season.
This is how we're represented. Unbelievable.
Here comes the party!
31 nights of Halloween. Watch all October on Freeform.
Back here in Milwaukee, time to get our nerd on. The Diamondbacks odds to make the postseason. They got off to a really good start. In fact, they went 52-39. Look at August 11th. Their low point of playoff odds, their percentage was 13.4 to get in. That was at the end of losing 9 in a row. But they were able to get through. And Troy Lavello's team, the 19 in history to make the playoffs and have a 9-game losing streak during the season. August 1st through the 11th, they lost 9 in a row. And here they are. Rory at the plate, and he swings and misses.
At the plate.
Well, the other thing that blows you away about their history that they also did in historic
Going
fashion
at the
is
plate.
2 years ago, they lost 110 games.
Yeah.
I mean, very few teams can say they turned into a playoff team within 2 years of losing 110. Houston Astros, there's a few teams that come to mind, but that is amazing.
Get foul. I asked Mike Hazen about it. I mean, he's known Troy Lavello a long time. I said, what made you stick with it? I mean, Troy is very well respected. He said, I gave him a bad roster. We had injuries, and it was my fault. And no one would have been able to dig us out of that season. It just wasn't properly constructed, and Mike Hazen took all of the responsibility.
Well,
but what they did learn from that, however, was some of the young players that they believed they could build on.
Yeah, no doubt.
They got experience. They threw out these young guys, and now look at the fruits of it is right here in front of us.
1-2. Strike three on Goyo. Sit down, buddy. Backwards kick. Backwards
This is
kick.
what words can do to you. I mean, do you think it's coming at you, the big curveball, frozen, and then just drops down in the zone? And that's coming off of cutters that are going 97 miles an hour down and away. And then he can throw off speed in off the plate and clip the corner.
And now it's Geraldo Perdomo. Shortens the block and takes a strike.
Nice strike.
That is a pitch he reserves exclusively
Goal,
for
yo.
left-handed batters. And this is a very effective pitch. Only
Time out.
2.4 batting average. The
Goal, yo.
very little slug.
Dude,
And so
60-something regular season.
when you have different repertoires,
We'll be calling baseball all the way through the
Still,
World
it's almost like a
Series.
switch hitter having to hit both lefties and righties and work both swings.
Strike two. No, I mean ball one, excuse me. And it's just been a long day,
Perdomo,
folks.
very good defender.
Just bear with me.
1-1. That one misses. The Day shortstop was Nick Ahmed, the two-time Gold Glove Award winner. Eventually, they called up their top prospect in September, Jordan Lawler. He's on the postseason roster, and they made the move to DFA, Nick Ahmed. And it was not easy for a guy who had made such an impact. He had been with the Diamondbacks since 2014, and It was emotional for Marquez and Tori Lavelle. A line drive to base hit into right field by Perdomo.
Into right field, too.
A man aboard. Time now.
Right field, too. Tyrone Taylor. I'm just going to find a team for him. Except for the one I got right here.
12 to the full side. He had 8 opposite field homers. So
I don't know if it's one in my head. You're right, buddy. I guess.
Carroll grounded out his first time. Ball one to the leadoff man.
Even though Burns lives and starts always in this stretch position, it's a whole other level when you get Diamondback base runners on that all love to run.
Perdomo at first, this wipe 16 to 20. And a swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss.
Right now, Burns has said, well, Carroll has not picked up the cutter very well. He gave up on a couple that looked down and they ended up running the knees. And he's like, all right, well, you got to show me you can hit it.
Throw over to first, and Perdomo back in. You know, you look at Corbin Burns and kind of the arc of his story. In 2019, he threw 49 innings and had an 8.82 ERA. He was one of, if not the worst pitchers in baseball, and needed to make an adjustment. And he did so in a couple of ways. That's drilled right field.
That's drilled right field. Well struck. 3-2. Corbin Carroll, home run. First of the postseason. God damn it. Oh, it's tied. Excuse me, tie game.
And he's sitting on it and able to take it way out. And that is a hard thing to do against Corbin Burns, where opponents have hit 132 off of that changeup.
This one drilled right field. That's back. That's got a
Marte goes deep. Back-to-back homers. Son of a bitch. Mound visit.
2019 at 32 home runs on the year, left-handed. He's an extremely dangerous hitter. And look at the head position, just right on that ball. And he quickly whipped through the zone and knew it. He's all hands. And a souvenir.
So Burns, who had looked sharp through the first 2 innings, with one out here in the third, goes single homer.
Single homer. Single long ball. And we got that tie game. Couldn't speak up for a minute. But I'm going to go ahead and take a quick shower. Let me make sure I don't have the camera on before I do this.
This guy's a dominant changeup. It's hard to argue, but he hadn't found a way to adjust to the cutter so far. The cutter has been really eating Corbin Carroll alive, but he's also a great hitter that made an adjustment.
Corbin on Corbin crime. Here's Tommy Pham.
Come on, Corbin. Get your head out of your ass. Tommy Pham.
Postseason experience. He and Longoria, the 2 main guys. So takes that one out of the strike zone. Pham coming into this one, a 352 average, 56 postseason plate appearances.
But you look at, if you go by ERA per inning, it's not a huge sample, but one of the worst innings for Corbin Burns is the third inning. That's where he has a 4.5 ERA. He's kind of getting over the hump, and the Diamondbacks jumped on it.
Pham fouls it away. Got the count 1-2. These are 2 good teams. The Diamondbacks kind of limped into the playoffs, having lost 4 in a row. What they scored 3 runs over that stretch, but they certainly showed enough during the regular year how talented they are and how good they can be. A Milwaukee team that, again, a lot of people doubted. And you had the Pirates get off to a great start. They were in first place as recently as the middle of June. Ultimately, the Reds took over at first. Ended up going Milwaukee's way. A liner to right. That's hit hard. The fan retired. And there's 2 away.
They're ratcheting up the hard hit rate here, and this is
Go
something
on.
that is
Owen Burns
a
is at
Burns. He's gonna have to find
56
a way to
pitches.
make
How
that
are you
quick
feeling?
adjustment. That's elevated. They're staying on it. If Fountain's a good hitter, he kind of knows how to stay through and not get too big. And this is why, you have a visit, you talk it through and try to figure out what to do because they are on him right now.
Yep. Christian Walker now, a single his first time, and he swings and misses. Burns faced the Diamondbacks twice. Hit hard on the ground, but foul. And
that's
first
true.
time he faced Arizona out of Chase Field. The Diamondbacks were not aggressive. He fired 8 3-hit scoreless innings and was outstanding. But then the next time that he faced them here in Milwaukee, June 19, 5 innings, 8 hits, and 7 runs, and they were much more aggressive. He said the approaches were diametrically opposed. Foul off of Contreras and back to the backstop.
But when we talked to him before yesterday, he said, I don't know, I got to see what they're going to try to do to me this time. So there's a little learning curve within the game. Like, okay, maybe they're taking pitches, but now you're getting to that second time around. And then all of a sudden now they're on the attack. And it's paid off very well for the Diamondbacks.
0-2 now. 2 out spaces empty. Burns fires. Corbin Burns, big stocky guy, who's 6'3", about 246 pounds, 28 years old, from Bakersfield, California, which is college ball at St. Mary's. 0-2. Right of that ball. He was a 4th-round pick in 2016 was Corbin Burns. You mentioned that struggle in 2019. He ditched the 4-seamer, leaned on the cover, and the Cy Young in 21. But inside, it almost hit Walker. And now 2-2.
And sometimes that's what it takes. Just find a pitch. You find some pattern that you can turn into something favorable for how you can be successful.
Three balls, 2 strikes to count now. Christian Walker, the Diamondbacks have number twice in the inning, and they top it up to 3. The striking, there's the pitch. Staying on this, and Burns able to get Walker. Corbin Burns talking to himself. 28 pitches in the inning. And back-to-back homers for the Diamondbacks for the 3rd time in postseason history. Carroll, then Marte, 3-3 in the 3rd.
I remember every moment of that year.
Does it haunt you that your kidnapper was never found?
You've kept me here for months. Now what?
Gather information. Everyone has a footprint.
Build me a profile as we speak.
Your case.
You want my personal expertise. You need a quick partnership.
I'm in control.
You need me.
Found Tuesday on NBC and streaming on Pico.
If you don't know about Xfinity Mobile, well, now you do. It's the fastest mobile service around. With the best price for 2 lines unlimited. Only $30 a line per month. That's hundreds of savings. When you add guys to the other guys. All
Yep,
most
thank you.
reliable 5G network nationwide.
Hey,
You really shouldn't walk out the front door without
I know I got people watching my other channels, fans of the Green Bay Packers, so yeah, go check that channel out as well.
Domino's pizzas when you order online
right now.
Middle three.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. I just wanted to remind you that Geico makes it easy to bundle your home and car insurance. In fact, it's so easy. It reminds me of a joke my mate told me. Yeah, a knuckleballer and a catcher walk into a pool. Yeah. Wow, they really like that one.
It's easy to Geico, official partner of Major League Baseball.
Football is back. Got your new fantasy team name? Check. Grill? Check. Fancy grill? Check. Try and drill? Check. Roll and grill? Check. All the emotions? All season long? Check, baby.
Back here in Milwaukee, tied at 3 moments ago, Jesse Rogers caught up with Torey Lovullo. Torey, the tone of this conversation changed in a heartbeat. Tell me about the second time through against Burns here.
Well, I think we had a good game plan against him. He just came out hot. He came out throwing the ball, hitting his spots. I think our guys just weathered the storm. We know that he's very effective, and we just need to make sure we hit the mistakes that we were looking for.
What'd you like about Brandon in that first inning, striking out the side after getting down?
Yeah, I thought it was him controlling the emotions. We talked about that pregame, him being able to slow things down and make pitches. You know, when you see a young pitcher poised like he was, get out of that, you feel like he's on the right path.
Maybe that 0-2 pitch buried a little bit in the second?
Yeah, I think that was a big difference in the game, right? You got a good pitching plan. You definitely don't want to throw an 0-2 pitch in that area of the plate. Taylor did a good job, but we got to be better 0-2 for sure.
Thanks, Torey. Thank you. Jesse Rogers and the skipper of the Diamondbacks, Torey Lovullo. Ready fought. Check swing, but he went too far. And Kenna down on strikes for the second time.
Well, when Fott gets to that sweeper, that's his wipeout pitch. That's the pitch he has to set up. And it lets everything become more effective. Once they're conscious of that, it opens up that fastball up and in. He can start to work other pitches, but that is his primary, that is his bread and butter. And when he's located like that, he's going to be successful.
Pitch to South. Freelick is in for a strike. Freelick, a strikeout victim his first time. The 0-1. And that's it for a strike. That's going to be 2.
In his early career, Freelick has hit the ball very well to the opposite field. He gets a lot of hits the other way. You see the Diamondbacks infield shifted over a little bit. They're playing him to that direction.
South Freelick hits one the other way. You're certainly going to know which direction Longoria and Perdomo are going because the spikes are right. It's down again. I mean, it's.
When you go sky watching in the night sky, you can see Venus.
Oh gosh.
Mars.
Longo's got kind of a teal, yeah, and then Perdomo's rocking like the highlighter yellows.
Mm-hmm.
Not able to pick it up. The dribbler a little bit first, and it ends up being an infield hit. Freelick who runs very well.
There's nothing you can do about that. It's a perfect bunt effectively. And Moreno, who gets out there quickly, it might have been better that he didn't corral it because he might have tried to make the heroic throw here and hit through Freelick or overthrew it. So that's what happens sometimes. Hard hit. What's the hard hit rate on that one? What's the exit velocity?
We'll get it for you in one moment.
9.5.
9. No, we'll get it for you. Freelick at first, and the pitch in the dirt, 75.3 miles an hour on the exit below from Freelick, the runner at first. 3-3, we're in the bottom of the third. John Shelby, Doug Glenville, and Jesse Rogers. Gonzalez here, waiting on 1-0. Now the count is even. They got really Adames from the Rays at the end of May in 2021, and he is settled in as their shortstop. Adames certainly one of their leaders. Freeling, a guy who can run. He was 7 for 7 swiping bags at the big league level.
Well, Adames also been a phenomenal defender. I mean, just off the charts.
Only Dansby Swanson, the Cubs, outstanding shortstop. Better in terms of outs above average at that position.
What's impressive about Adames is how well he goes in any direction. You know, he can kind of go in the hole and throw, and go up the middle, and charges balls well. Just not a complete defensive season.
That's field towards the pole, and that one is foul. Chris Siegel down the line, the left field umpire, and he is right there on the line.
Yeah, watch the hitter. They know, but he got out in front of that slider sweeper and just hooked it. Hard to keep that fair. But Falk he has to go back to that four-seam elevated fastball. That's been able to get Adames most of the year.
And really wouldn't chase that time. So now it's 3-2. And we'll see what Falk comes up with. 29th postseason game for Willie Adames. Freeling at first, one out. Tied at 3, bottom of the third. Line drive and a base hit out of the left field. Freeling racing for third. Hustling and he dives in, and Adames on his heels in the second. The aggressive base running from the Milwaukee Brewers. That one just wasn't hit hard, and Gurriel had to charge. But I know ideally either like to get the hit third or stop Adames from getting a second.
Well, you got to stop Adames. And this is a very tough play for a left fielder because you're coming in, and you know if you throw the ball to third, you're letting the guy go to second. So you have to make a quick decision, say, I can't get him at third, and keep Adames at first. Once you go for it, you're giving him 2 runners in scoring position.
Donaldson swings and misses. They'll call it a double. The lefty Joe Manaply is up. The watchful eye of Mike Fetters. Manaply appears to be ready. 3-3. Rhythm on to the third. Bonus strike on Donaldson, who raced the single to center his first time on. It is game 1 of this Wildcard series. Best of 3. One of the number of Brewers at the plate. Swing and a miss. That one tied him up. Moving in on his hands.
Well, the sinker is a pitch he hasn't had a lot of success this season. He's thrown it 10% of the time, but this is the pitch for this sequence. You got a right-handed batter. You're hoping he'll roll over and hit to third or strike out. And it's not a pitch that's been that effective for him, but he's using it well right here.
Yeah, it's something he added upon his return from the minors. The sinker for Brandon Falk. Second and third, one out. Outside with the sweeper. Falk has given up 7 hits, all of them with the hitter behind in the count and or with 2 strikes.
Well, that's been his problem. This year, opponents have hit 370 off him. So he's not able to put people away in the way he needs to.
That one inside, Donaldson in the right, and now it's 3-2. His glove over the pitch count device so we could hear it. The 3-2. Well, that one lifted in the air, shallow center field. Thomas charging in. He's got Freeland can bluff a tag as the throw comes in. And there are 2 outs.
A nice sequence by Font. The sinkers down and in, gets any batter conscious of it, trying to get the head out to beat it before it gets down and in on you. And then he ends up changing it up in a way that he gets Donaldson out in front. So it's a really nice sequence. He brings that sweeper in. It's not in a great spot, but it served as a changeup. And got Donaldson off beat, popped it up, got too big, and gets the out.
Into the line for the kid from Louisville. As Joe Manafly, the lefty, will come into the game. We've got a pitching change. It's 3-3 here, bottom of the 3rd.
Let me be direct. You're watching football wrong. What do you call a guy in face paint that can't get the game? A clown.
Sorry, what was it again? No, just give me a second.
Amateurs.
Oh, sorry, everybody.
DirecTV Sports Central gives you access to every game. So you never have to compromise on game day.
Was that necessary?
I was just illustrating the point.
Visit DirecTV.com for up to a $400 reward card.
Okay.
You think life is short? Football is short. The regular season is just 18 weeks. Just 3 days a week. Sometimes just 1 game a day. So cherish every over and under before it's over on FanDuel. With live betting on every NFL game. Because before you know it, a cold night in the Buffalo Bills game will just be a cold night in Buffalo.
Bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets guaranteed. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
You look into a camera and you say, I hate yada yada. And I love that this company doesn't have any of that. Do you two know what yada yada is?
Of course.
Do you have an activation fee?
Only when you activate.
How many people do I need to get the best price? Only 4. You shouldn't yada yada that. Because details matter. Yada yada, I'm already in an ad. For Visible. Visible has no activation fees, no need for a family plan. Just one line wireless on Verizon's network for $25 a month every month.
AI has the power to automate. But if it's using untrusted data, can you trust the results? Your business doesn't just need AI, it needs the right AI for your business. Introducing Watson X, a platform designed to multiply output by tailoring AI to your needs. When you Watson X your business, you can train, tune, and deploy AI, all with your trusted data. Let's create the right AI for your business with Watson X. IBM, let's create.
The fans this postseason get the best 5G coverage in the game with T-Mobile, America's largest and fastest 5G network. Back at American Family Field, 80 degrees for most of the day here in Milwaukee. The roof is open, and the veteran Joe Manafly will take over. 32 years old, Virginia native, and a big strikeout guy. For the Diamondbacks, their bullpen this year was not really a strength, although it finished strong. As Terang bounces it foul. Their bullpen ERA collectively was 4.22. But from August 27th on, only the Dodgers and Brewers had a better bullpen ERA. As Falk done after 2 2/3, 67 pitches. And a swing and a miss.
There's a lot to build on for Fun. I mean, there's a lot of flashes of some good signs. The sweeper, he got out of it. He got the strikeouts in a row. You know, they're in this game. That's you're doing your job.
No doubt.
They're in the game.
Manafly, the 0-2. And Terang wouldn't chase.
And Manafly's my favorite baseball name, by the way. I just want to share that. It sounds like an Avenger or maybe someone of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Sure.
When you have Groot, then you have Manafly.
Okay.
So,
we're going to find him and discuss that with him tomorrow.
Yeah, what a superpower and all that. His fire is his superpower.
The 1-2. Foul off of the plate. Manafly at the big league level is pitched for the Tigers, the Yankees, and the Diamondbacks. Last year, he was actually an all-star.
He's here to neutralize left-handed batters. He's done that very well. 185 batting average, 231 slug. He's tough on lefties.
Downstairs outside, and now it's 2-2 on Bryce Terang to put down a sac bunt his first time. The Brewers jumped out to a 3-0 lead and had it till the top of the third. Corbin Carroll, the 2-run homer, and then Marte, a solo blast back-to-back. They were tied at 3. Outside, and that was a ball out of hand. 3-2 now on Terang. Tyrone Taylor would be next. And that's 2 outs, ball 4.
If that wasn't the plan for the D-backs, then Terang has struggled this season offensively, particularly against left-handed pitchers. But Mataply could not throw strikes. He just could not get it in the zone. And he has a sinker, curveball, changeup, kind of the trifecta. And none of them he had command of in that sequence.
Yeah, I don't think the walk to Terang was something Troy Lavello was looking for in that spot. Brent Strom had started out of the dugout. He got right to the edge of the grass, and nobody saw him, at least initially, when he was about to pitch. And then the third base umpire, I guess, located it, waved his arms, and now around it.
I mean, it's so loud in here. I don't think they were just trying to get their communication clear. If you know, pitch calm and.
So Strom, hang on. We'll have time.
Don't touch the grass.
No walk back.
Get off of my lawn.
So men play after getting ahead of Terang 0-2, ends up walking it. Bases loaded, 2 down. Taylor is already homered. The lefty's pitch. Swing and a miss.
But he's got that good change up and they'll sink it. Everything moves downward sharply.
Yeah, the sinker, the curve, and the changeup. His 3 main offerings. Taylor takes outside.
Taylor's been pretty consistent against righties and lefties. He's in the same ballpark when you talk about batting average and slugging percentage. So he's kind of an even splits guy.
1-1. Swing and a miss. And the changeup. And Taylor out in front. Friedlich's at third, Adames at second. Terang, the runner at first. 2 outs, bases loaded. Bottom of the third, tied at 3. Here it comes. On the ground. And Perdomo to second. And they get the out there. The Brewers do not score. They leave them loaded. 3-3 our score.
Choosing the right home protection plan can be confusing and overwhelming. Some providers cover appliances but won't protect your electronic devices like smartphones and laptops. Other plans protect your devices but won't cover your most expensive home systems like plumbing and AC. But at Everything Breaks, we make it simple. We protect almost everything. Our total home plan covers your major home systems like plumbing, electrical, and AC. 17 appliances, including your laundry and kitchen appliances. Plus, all of your personal electronics, including your smartphone, laptop, television, and more. Call now before something breaks to save hundreds or even thousands on home repairs. Like Tanya, who saved nearly $600 when her hot water heater needed to be replaced. Or Alfred, who saved over $1,400 when a central heating needed repair. All it takes is one call to have total home protection and total peace of mind.
Call now for a free no-obligation quote. 1-800-795-8785. 1-800-795-8785.
Who is that?
I was heading down from Washington to see about these murders.
You wouldn't mind. Killers of the Flower Moon, rated R.
You can't buy great conversations
Do it.
or moments
No
that
comment.
matter, but you can invest.
Come on,
in
boys.
them. At T.
Get
Rowe
your head
Price,
out your
our
ass.
strategic investing approach can help you build the future you imagine. T. Rowe Price, invest with confidence.
What the hell is this stupid fucking commercial?
Want the latest on the postseason? Just tell Siri, show me postseason baseball scores.
Back here in Milwaukee, beautiful night. The roof is open at American Family Field. John Shuck, Doug Glanville, Jesse Rogers as we move to the fourth. Corbin Burns delivers outside the strike zone, ball one to Gabriel Moreno. Moreno popped out foul first his first time, the pitch. And a swing and a miss. This kid looks to be one of the dynamic young defensive catchers in the game. The couple entered MLB this year. Patrick Bailey, the Giants, another. Burns misses downstairs, but Moreno, you alluded to it, he can really throw, and he's put up a very good offensive year.
You know, and he talks about how he looked to Miguel Cabrera for using the whole entire field, going the opposite field.
Swing and a miss.
So he's very calm at the plate, and he has those quick hands, will get on top of the ball and get his base hits to the opposite field. You know, he controls that bat. He takes his time out here. And he's got a lot of big hits this season for the Diamondbacks.
Right-hand hitter climbs back in. Burns ready. Swing, a high fly ball. Well struck out towards left center field. That one on its way. And gone! Over the bullpen. Moreno. A solo homer. And the Diamondbacks have the lead. It's 4-3.
I mean, you talk about switching gears here. The D-backs are just on the assault here on any pitch that's not competitive. He's hanging these pitches right now, Corbin Burns is. And Moreno just stays back. Look at this. The ball just didn't do anything. Got it up in the zone. It flattened out. And his head position is impeccable. It gets under that ball with some serious launch angle.
That was crushed. 4-3, Arizona with the lead, so they come all the way back from a 3-0 deficit, and they're on top. Here's Gurriel. That's on the ground. Adames charges and throws out Gurriel. One away. Let's send it downstairs, and Jesse Rogers.
Corbin, take us through this second time through against Burns. Looks like you guys are getting a little more hard contact.
Yeah, good pitcher, but I think we're swinging at good pitches and giving them some tough at-bats, trying to get that pitch count up. So,
I'm curious about your home run ball. You'd only seen cutters and curveballs. Here comes a change. Were you expecting it?
No, it was more of a reaction. He'll throw all three and, just left that one a little bit over the middle. So he had a pretty good swing on it.
Appreciate it. Good luck.
Thank you.
Corbin Carroll, what a season he put together, and it started well for him in the postseason, a 2-run homer. And the Diamondbacks, a team that finished tied for 10th in homers hit in the National League. They've hit 3 homers tonight against the Brewers ace, Corbin Burns, and lead it 4-3. He's 23 years old, Corbin Carroll. And Dougie, when you look at wins above replacement on Fangraphs, for the list, Corbin Carroll had the 8th best season in the majors this year. This is outside. Contreras holding it there to frame it for Mark Ripperger, who wasn't by. So now It's 2-2 on Alec Thomas, who's in for 1.
Now, when you have Carroll get 30 doubles, 30 plus doubles, 10 triples, 25 home runs, and 50 plus stolen bases.
Looking, and Thomas is gone 2 away. Folks Play Ball is baseball's global youth initiative to highlight the fun and accessible ways to play our great game. To learn more, including how to find a league near you, go to playball.org and follow at Playball on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Pitch is a strike to Evan Longoria. Longoria struck out looking his first time. Came up as a pup with the Diamondbacks, 3 times at All-Star, Gold Glove winner, moved on to the Giants, and now in his first season with the Diamondbacks. He fouls 1 away. His stat line, interesting this year. He's all of a sudden turned into kind of an all-or-nothing guy. A career-high strikeout rate of almost 31%, but the hard hit rate is really high. So he's looking to be a guy that can do damage for them.
Yeah, I mean, he's still, when he pulls the ball, he does damage. He still has that. He had a great June, so there's a lot he's offering still.
At the end of the bat and foul.
This is a guy that used to be kind of an Iron Man, played 162 games one season, 160 pretty consistently in the heart of his career. And the Diamondbacks are raving about what he's bringing in terms of helping the younger players, Tommy Pham as well.
Yep. The 1-2 drill, right field. That's hard hit. Back is Taylor. He makes the catch. Burns gives up another home run. This time it's Gabriel Moreno, the catcher, as he tattoos one out to left center, and the Diamondbacks have the lead for 3.
I'm all about fall, especially this new pumpkin spice frosting. So I'm taking some me time out.
Question for you.
So, fries are a utensil, right?
Good question.
It is a good question. Can you give us an answer?
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new pumpkin spice frosty or color group.
Hey, come on. Shut.
Here you go. Well, that's us. Keebler Fudge Stripes.
Yeah, I am back.
Who do you think taps out first?
I think it goes to this.
All right, you about ready to get out? What's this? Hospital bill for $1,000. Did this guy just say Gap?
He's talking about expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
But with Aflac, you can get money to help close that gap.
Aflac, huh? Okay.
Oh, does one go zero?
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover. Official sponsor of ESPN College Game Day.
You want to race?
For real?
We find missing people who have slipped through the cracks and we bring them home.
We need to talk about how you figured out this location before us cops.
We all have our secrets.
Well, folks, what a lineup we have for you Saturday and next Monday and Tuesday. The rivalry game between number 12 Oklahoma and number 3 Texas on ABC. Got some Monday Night Football, Packers, Raiders, NHL opening night triple header. Connor Bedard, the Blackhawks taking on the Penguins, and the defending Stanley Cup champs hosting the Kraken. So lots to look at Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday. College football, NFL, and NHL. As Yelich takes ball 1, man apply. That is in for a strike. Christian Yelich has walked, and he is single. The Diamondbacks down early 3-0 have rallied to take a 4-3 lead. Tap softly right side.
Tap softly right side.
With the glove, and they get Yelich.
You get Yelich. It's only game one, folks.
1 up, 1 down. The batter will be William Contreras. Tony Lamello out of the dugout. And we're going to have a pitching change. They had Miguel Castro up. And that's who it'll be. Re-thin that hard-throwing right-hander, he tried to say. Skipper takes the baseball. And a change on the mound.
When moderate to severe ulcerative colitis takes you off course, put it in check with Rinvoq, a once-daily pill. When I wanted to see results fast, Rinvoq delivered rapid symptom relief and helped leave bathroom urgency behind. Check.
When UC tried to slow me down, I got lasting steroid-free remission with Rinvoq. Check.
And when UC caused damage, Rinvoq came through and visibly repairing my colon lining. Check. Rapid symptom relief, lasting steroid-free remission.
And a chance to visibly repair the colon lining. Check, check, and check.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take it allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Put UC in check and keep it there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq.
Fucking A. Stupid commercial. Come on in, everybody. Doing a little baseball. Doing a little baseball on the channel tonight. Doing a little baseball.
She'll get some help from Fidelity to envision what's possible and balance risk and reward. And with a clear plan, Raina can enjoy wherever she's headed next. That's the planning effect from Fidelity.
I have something for you. It's a security gig. I will work and you will sleep, you understand?
Anybody having any fun tonight?
Shut down for years. It's huge and disease with the kids.
You didn't think you should maybe tell me about that?
Tie game, according to.
Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, t-shirts, and more. And root on your favorite team at MLBshop.com. Miguel Castro.
Coming on.
Over a 4.31 ERA. And a strikeout rate just about major league average. 1 out, base is empty. 4-3.
1 out, base is empty.
The pitch. Pushes one foul to the right.
And Travis pushes one foul.
Castro from this sidearm delivery, this angle creates a lot of downward tilts against the sinker. He throws a slider and a changeup from this slot, a lot of movement.
Ball inside.
Missing a ball to strike out the sinker at about 97 miles an hour.
Anybody new here for the first time? Say hello in the chat.
Regular season. 14 straight.
Tell me what stream are you watching?
As I mentioned, August 27th on the Diamondbacks bullpen, 242 the ERA in 130 innings. Overall, it was not a strength down the stretch. The pen was.
Strike.
For a strike, and it's 2-2.
It's 2-2.
Part of their story is that
1 out.
young, but part of their story also is that they're aggressive and they fight. To get after it.
Swinging a pitch down and away. Now the appeal to first did not go, says Dan Polina. I see you, Dan.
You see these big hits, Perdomo scored. Moreno has a home run. Carroll has a home run. These guys are young, and they're showing up here.
3-2.
3-2.
And that one is inside and
Ball 4.
Takes the walk, the 1 out base
One out, base runner.
Tried to go to that slide or just let go of it a little late. Slipped out, it went sort of backwards on him and didn't get that tilt he was looking for to get the spin across the zone. Ended up backing into the Contreras for the ball.
So here's Santana now. First pitch swinging and missing. Sinker darting away.
Cinco darting away.
Yeah, we count 0-1. Santana, an RBI single. His first time he flied to left in the second. Acquired at the trade deadline. He brings his manager, Craig Counsell, coffee every day. Craig Counsell likes coffee. He did. 0-2 to count. Swing.
High fly ball. Go, go. Ah, shit.
And he makes the catch. Shy the track, he hauls it in. Santana just missing one.
Santana just missed one.
So there's 2 away.
Santana just missed this pitch, but look at the
Just missed it.
He turns it over, gets that sort of UFO type of saucer spin to it, and just out in front by a hair.
Just a hair out in front.
So 2 down back.
I like tea, by the way, so I did bring you coffee once in Anaheim, so remember that?
Was it when I got hit by the foul ball? On the ground is short.
On the ground is short.
And
That ends the inning.
Just the shot. The Diamondbacks into 4, leading by a run.
We got now. This week only at Domino's, get unlimited mini-priced pizzas for 50% off when you order online. Choose any size pizza you want, any crust you want, and any toppings you want. Oh, and any number of pizzas you want too. Get 50% off your perfect pizza or pizzas this week only at Domino's.
Freedom to move is what this lumberjack lacked. Until he got Duluth free swing and flannel to whack and hack. Now he's a lumberjack. Free swing and flannel. Only at Duluth Trading.
What even is this? Don't touch my things, gross. Janice, when you bundle your home or renters with your auto, Progressive provides 24/7 protection for almost everything you own. But do you really need my weighted hoop? It's for my snatched waist. My dog tails lounger. Foot treadmill. That's my Tuesday Dallas. Purse that says purse. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy chamber. I can't live without oxygen. Solid gold coffee machine. Lake making kit. Really? Can Progressive cover that too? Yes, great. Hi, Janice. I'll take 5. Is my voice on TV right now?
Hours of work for you. All the right parts from us. With evening guaranteed fit.
To all the comforters, we're here for you. With a source of comfort for everyone. Experience the redesigned Sorta Perfect Sleeper.
Let's take a look at tonight's active play. The game is brought to you by the Wells Fargo Cash Credit Card. 3 homers by the Diamondbacks, Carroll, Marte, and Moreno. And so the Diamondbacks using the long ball, and they go from down 3-0 to leading 4-3. Yeah, that's weird. 7-7 when hitting 3 or more homers. That's the worst record in the majors when hitting 3 or more homers. Normally that's going to be a big ticket item. Not for Arizona for whatever reason. It's just sort of an outlier. That's it. No ball. Oh, the defender. So then is their guy in shortstop. They call up their top.
Podudo. 2-1 count. Burns.
At least against lefties, he's a right-handed hitter, super athletic. Profiles to be a big-time player, only 21 years old. 2-1. Through there for a strike. Burns painting the edge.
Burns painting the edge.
The Diamondbacks have so many elite defenders who are in progress of elite defenders, and they just don't lose anywhere on the defensive side.
Down and in.
We should mention that rosters were put out, and then the Diamondbacks made a late change as Jake McCarthy ended up not being on the roster, and Jace Peterson is on. McCarthy had an oblique injury. That's ball 4.
That is ball 4.
He's really seen the ball well from Burns. He's not jumping out at anything. He's had good takes, and he's had a tough September during the regular season. Didn't close out very well. He was an all-star in the first half, but these takes shows he's seeing the ball really well. They're close, but he's making the right call and not swinging.
And now Corbin Carroll. Carroll should be the runaway winner of the National League Rookie of the Year. We documented earlier, at least in terms of wins above replacement, he was one of the best players in the National League, not just one of the best rookie players. And you went too far and could strike up into the line. What did you enjoy about watching this team? And the first thing he said is watching Corbin Carroll live up to the hype. Mike Hazen, their general manager.
Yeah, well, that too. 4-3 for that inning. Drive. Nothing in 2.
In Seattle, and who was his guy? Yeah, who else? Ichiro. Look at, I mean, Corbin Carroll's only 23, but that's a baby face Corbin Carroll. They get a chance to beat. That's his screensaver on his phone still. Next pitch is upstairs.
Next pitch is upstairs.
And then he got to play in the All-Star game this year.
In Seattle.
Just, what a season.
You and I got to pull that together on ESPN Radio. That was fun. 1-2.
1-2. Downstairs.
Well, you heard when he talked to Jesse about trying to get his pitch count up. He's talking about Corbin Burns, who can be so laser precise. And then he forces you to swing at pitches on the edge, and then you start jumping early and getting weak contact.
Well, yeah, that too.
They're not letting him do that right now.
It's upstairs, and
What the hell did that mess?
all over the place, and Carroll in chase. Now it's 3-2. Carroll, the on-base percentage this year, 362. His Craig Counsell and Chris Hook chat about what they're seeing from Corbin Burns. Close play at first. Perdomo back in safely.
And Santana might have gotten spiked going back in or something happened. But it was close.
I think he got him.
Check it out.
I think Santana may have hurt his wrist or jammed his wrist.
Yeah, just kind of on the tag. Just making that tag, it might have gotten wrenched in there in the collision with Perdomo. Very close play.
Trader out there along with Craig Counsell.
And that Perdomo leading 3-2 count. But I guess on the smack tab on him. He's catching it. Tries to go on top. Just kind of looks like his hand like twisted in the glove on the tag.
Okay, Corbin Burns waving out the Trader.
I'm trying to figure out.
Counsell is right by home plate to talk to Mark Ripperger.
And this is also tough for Corbin Burns. He's got a 3-2 count. Base runner. He's just mounted on it.
Yeah, I think what's happening here is, did they charge a mound visit there? And Craig Counsell saying, no. He told me, go check on the first baseman. And now they're going to bring the entire crew out there. Bannister and Lavello saying, no, that should be their second mound visit.
A lot of all these coaches, they don't want to cross the line into the grass. Very, very respectful of the landscaping crew here.
So here's Burns pointing and saying he's hurting. But because Santana's close to Burns, the Diamondbacks maintaining that is a mound visit.
They're waving it off is what Counsell's trying to find out. He's like, look, this counts. I mean, I need to know how many visits I have. This is significant. And he was checking before he walked out there to make sure it was full. I'm checking on this player. And he should not be charged with a mound visit for going to check on an injury.
Mark Ripperger, the plate umpire. The crew chief is the second base umpire, Alan Porter. Or Lavello saying, okay, so it will not be a mound visit. There's Alan Porter. Now that we've gotten that settled, if you're at home and you're keeping track of mound visits,
there's a lot of helicopter parenting. Right now,
3-2, Carroll, the pitch. And that is low for ball 4, and he walked him. They have Abner Uribe up in the pen, the Brewers do. And Marte, his first time up, they got tied up by Cutters, and he kept that in the back of his head, and he ambushed him. First pitch swinging and hammered one out.
But I don't want to take a chance again against Marte, so the change is coming.
Kitchen change.
The night is over for Corbin Burns.
Doors can take us to new adventures with long-term goals. Your dedicated Fidelity advisor can help you open those doors by helping you create a comprehensive wealth plan with the right balance of risk and reward. Doors are meant to be open.
Who do you think taps out first? I think it does.
All right, you about ready to get out? What's this? Hospital bill for $1,000? Did this guy just say Gap?
He's talking about expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
But with Aflac, you can get money to help close that gap.
Aflac, huh? Okay.
Oh, just one, go zero.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
But I like
ESPN College Game Day.
You want to race? For real?
Affordable design. Endless possibilities. IKEA.
This is a cluster.
Hello.
Is what happens when marketers group customers with very different behaviors into one single mess.
This is a mess.
With MailChimp, marketers can use real-time behavior data to personalize every email for every customer, turning customers into customers. Intuit MailChimp, the #1 email marketing and automation platform.
Kevin Connors in studio, Luzardo and Wheeler matching zeros on ESPN till the bottom of the third inning when Alec Bohm breaks the ice. The RBI double down the line. Johan Rojas comes in to score. 1-0 Phillies lead over on ESPN.
All right, Kev, thanks. And Craig Counsell going to the bullpen and summoning his hard-throwing right-hander, Abner Uribe. 30 2/3 innings, a strikeout rate north of 30%. The big league average is about 23%, a 1.76 ERA. This kid's just 23 years old, and you're talking about a great arm, but only 88 professional innings before pitching at the major league level. So he had dealt with injuries. They had to baby him a little bit at the beginning of the year, and Corbin Burns tied for shortest outing of of this season, as he is responsible for both brothers, Perdomo at second and Carroll at first. So the Diamondbacks had knocked out the Brewers' ace.
Yeah, Burns wasn't such sharp, but the Diamondbacks deserve a lot of credit. They took a lot of close pitches and worked those counts.
Uribe down. One dribbled foul.
Ouch.
Nothing in one.
Nothing in one on a single.
July 8th. Walks can't be a problem for him.
Strikeout and a home run.
Softly back to the mound.
Uribe tosses to Santana. Out number one.
As a sacrifice bunt.
Uribe has a power
Uribe.
He uses it about 60% of the time, at least over the course of the regular season. He has the slider as well. Not a lot of four-seamer. So you're going to get those top.
Yeah, well, that too.
He rolls over it, which a lot of hitters will do when you're a little bit out in front of the sinker. And Uribe fielded his position really well. With that velocity, threw an accurate throw at first base.
And the pitch. There's a strike to Tommy Pham. The infield is in for Craig Counsell. That last pitch at 100 miles an hour.
1-0 Philly over Miami.
Santana right on the edge of the grass. Second and third. That's fouled away. Craig Counsell on our pregame meeting had a line where he said one of the main parts of the postseason is you got to put relievers in and they got to do the job. That's what the playoffs are about.
That's it. Even with these great starting pitchers, they're only going to go 5 innings, 6 innings, maybe.
2 check swing, appeal at first and go.
At 101.
That's what makes teams, Atlanta and Dodgers, a lot of injuries in their rotation. As we watch Pham here, did he go? No, he did not. You watch the Dodgers, they have a lot of injuries in the rotation, but they're going to be in it because of their bullpens.
1-2 is high.
1-2 is high.
101, and now it's 2 balls
101.
and 2 strikes. I mean, it's something, I think you'd even say it in the regular season. You're going to have to put relievers in, and they have to do the job. I mean, that's just baseball in 2023.
A lot of relievers.
Next offering foul straight back.
Straight back.
And so it's like getting someone hot in your bullpen, but you rely on a chain, almost like a water line of bullpen members to get it done. And if one of them, they're off, that's where things start to ripple. So they need everybody in sync, doing their job, put in the right position to succeed and execute.
2-2. Swing!
Swing and strikeout. Tommy Pham and strikes out. Swing. Out number 2. Hey, one more and he's out of the inning.
Sped him up enough to get him to be out in front of a well-located slider. And it was a good job to get that on the outer third. Pham had already opened up because he's looking for that power, and it wasn't there.
Second and third, not out of the woods yet. Dangerous hitter up to Walker.
Walker up to the plate.
Fastball misses off the inside edge. K-Zone said it was a strike. Walker, a single and a strikeout. How about this guy?
Single and a strikeout for Walker.
Overseas, he's turned into the top defensive first baseman, arguably in the game. And they got Christian Walker off of waivers from the Reds in March of 2017. Pretty amazing.
Well, I asked him about what is his motivation. He's seen a lot in D-backs history, 110 losses. And he said, look, I don't play out of revenge or proving people wrong. I try to have a positive approach. You know, it's like I was with other teams, they let me go. And here I was able to develop. And he just got better and better and better with time and age. And now he's got power to all field. He's a great defender. You know, he's doing a lot of things well. And he's in the heart of the playoffs right now to cap it off.
We're in the fifth. The Diamondbacks
in the fifth.
2 outs. Arizona down early 3-0. They now lead it 4-3. Uribe
outside.
That's a good thought to make sure you keep him on the slider, curveballs. He hasn't hit much for average off those pitches. He has a very good sinker ball. hitter, 324 with a 456 slug this year on sinkers. He's pretty good matchup him for Walker.
Oh yeah, that too.
And he walks him. So now the bases are loaded. And Chris Hook will head out to the mound.
I don't know if I want to name Hook if I am a pitching coach.
Right.
You know, it's just.
Well, you're certainly not interested as the pitcher for the guy named Hook coming out to the mound. It is an old school term. That's what they used to say when a manager would visit. They'd say, Greg Counsell going to the mound, and he's bringing a hook with him.
And this is literally true. So, you know, they're a living proverb here, I guess.
Yeah. Rebay on here. So Craig Counsell, they still have not named a Game 2 starter. Lots of options. Obviously, they could put Peralta on the mound. It could be Wade Miley, but Craig Counsell wanted to wait and see. It was supposed to be Brandon Woodruff's spot. It was revealed yesterday he has a shoulder capsular injury. He's out for the series and possibly the entire playoffs. There's Moreno. He's homered. That was his last time. First offer gave him for a strike.
And Moreno doesn't swing at the first pitch very often. He uses it to size up the pitcher. And so he makes his adjustments from there.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. Bandit 0-1. Way outside. It's Perdomo at third, Carroll at second. And Walker, the runner, at first.
So we asked Counsell also about Game 2, 3. He's like, let's see what happens in Game 1.
Right-hander ready. And fires. Swing and a couple of hops out to short.
Couple hops out to short. And get out of it.
And that's the other. The Diamondbacks leave it loaded. We have a lot of defense.
ShipStation saves us so much time. It makes it really easy and seamless. Pick an order, print everything you need, slap the label onto the box, and it's ready to go.
Our cost for shipping and like we're cut in half, just like that.
Go to ShipStation.com/try and get 2 months free.
Chipotle's carne asada is back. It's our most tender cuts of steak, grilled and seasoned with cumin, oregano, and coriander. Finished with fresh cream and tops of lunch. Carne asada. This is our best steak ever.
Call JG Westwood. Instant and cash call. Call JG Westwood. Instant and cash call.
It's your money. Use it when you need it.
Call JG Westwood. Instant and cash call.
I remember every moment of that year.
Does it haunt you that your kidnapper was never found?
You've kept me here for months. Now what?
Gather information. Everyone has a footprint.
Building a profile as we speak.
Your case.
You want my personal expertise. You made a quick.
I'm in control.
Found Tuesday on NBC. Then streaming on Pico.
Back at American Family Field, Diamondbacks lead it by a run as we go bottom off the fifth. Moments ago, Jesse Rogers going to chance to talk with Craig Counsell.
Craig, tell me the difference between Burns the first time through against Arizona and then the second time through.
Well, I just give them credit. I mean, they got some pitches over the better part of the plate and put great swings on them and, home runs. So
damage, so give him credit for that. How big to keep it at 1 run right there by Uribe? Yeah, heck of a job, man. It just changed the game, obviously, when it did one, and we got to their bullpen early, so they got a lot of guys to go, and there's a lot of baseball left. It's been a crazy game so far. 7 hits and 3 walks. You must like the traffic on the base paths for you guys. Yeah, we're creating pressure, and we just got to keep doing that, and we'll break through here. Thanks, Rick. You got it.
So Craig Count so confident his team will break through as South Freelick fouls one.
Hey, yeah. It only takes one batter to break through.
For the Diamondbacks regular season starters, Ryan Nelson. And the right-hander, the 1-1.
Well, with Nelson, usually you see the starters, they're going to have a pretty complete repertoire. 4-seamer, cutter, changeup, slider, and a curveball.
Freelick takes inside. Sal with an infield hit his first time. And there are the numbers.
Yeah, Blues got to their bullpen only.
Freelick fouls one back.
What?
Freelick helped out Nelson there. I was above the zone by quite a bit. And then fouled off, but now he's got to battle again this next pitch.
On the ground, right side. Into right field. Freelick is aboard for the second time. Sal Freelick with his second hit.
Freelick just plays with a lot of energy. He's completely fearless in the defensive side of the ball as well. He gets a 4-seamer. See how straight that is, just trying to get the command Nelson was shooting for. And Marte gets there, but when he slides, he goes over the ball. And even if he fields that, though, Freelick can run well. No chance of really getting him.
Here's Adames down. 1-1, no strikes on Willie Adames as he doubled softly to left his last time up. Willie Adames, one of their leaders. Swing and a line drive, base hit right field. Freelick stops at second, and there are 2 aboard. Diamondbacks lead it by a run with the Brewers threatening against the new pitcher.
Well, great job of hitting by Adames. This pitch is elevated and up, and instead of getting into pull mode, he just stays short and goes to right field by getting on top of the ball. You gotta watch your top hand working here. Top hand rolling through, and that allows you to get on top of this high fastball. And he finds the barrel and gets the base hit out of it.
All quiet in the Arizona bullpen. Here's Donaldson down. 4-3 Arizona, 2 on. And that one at 97, missing for ball 1. James Donaldson 1 for 2 with a single. Released by the Yankees August 29th. 2 days later, the Brewers signed him and sent him to AAA. Swing and a line drive, base hit center field. And Donaldson with his second hit of the night, and they're loaded.
Well, Donaldson was looking like his MVP form. Not getting big, not trying to hit him off the scoreboard, but just getting the base hits and staying in that line drive stroke. He's a super fly ball hitter. But look at the 4-seam. There's no movement on that. It was a straight fastball. And if you throw a straight fastball, you gotta locate or elevate to get the swing and miss. That's in the zone. Donaldson, good hitter, patient hitter, gets the power to it.
And a pitch. And Terran to get hit. It certainly came close. And I'm going to say that in fact did get Terran. Freelick trots home. South Freelick. And it is 4-4.
Get the breaking ball, and they talk about back foot slider, more of a curveball spin. It doesn't get his foot out of the way. It's challenging the ball.
That is reviewable. A hit by pitch is reviewable.
So watch the back foot. It doesn't get the toe. It moves his foot out of the way. It looks like it gets dirt. And
I'm not sure it got him.
no, I don't think so. It's close. That's an interesting angle as well. Does it change direction? So this is what they'll be reviewing, all these angles.
But let's remember, the call on the field is hit by pitch. And I don't know that thus far we have seen a look that definitively shows that it didn't hit him.
And that's what it takes, clear and convincing evidence to overturn it. If there's not, they will say the call stands. And does that get, this is where you kind of lose sight a little bit.
Well, the front foot is blocking.
But on this angle, you see his foot get out of the way, and you just see dirt. Does it change direction? So they're going to watch this very closely, and they have other angles to work with here.
Well, the thing that they're capable of doing back at the replay center in New York is basically placing two replays together in a mosaic so they can take the look from center and the look from the side and put them together and time them up. That is something that we don't do, but they can do back there.
Well, with the stakes of these games, they're going to watch it very closely. It's going to take some time, and pitchers are going to have to be patient and get out of sync possibly. We saw that with Corbin Burns. But they're trying to get this right, and it's very questionable. But it's going to be a close call. And we've learned that.
Now Alan Porter.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The batter was not hit by the pitch. The count is 1-0. Arizona will retain their challenge.
So there you go.
Yeah. It looked like it missed him, but it was the clear and convincing is the tough. And that's why it's so significant. What is the call on the field? Because that creates the standard by which you overturn it. And so it matters still what the umpire calls, because it creates a verdict that's higher to overturn it than to sustain it.
So, Diamondbacks still have the lead 4-3. Terrain 1-0.
1-0 the count.
A lot of times when these teams are bringing in a starting pitcher, they're hoping for him to go deep in depth. Right now, Nelson hasn't got a single out. And that's cutting into their ability to use him as a long reliever.
Swing and a miss from Terrain. Freelick and Thomas McDonaldson third to first on the bases. The right-hander, Ryan Nelson. Nelson from Henderson, Nevada. Second-round pick by the Diamondbacks just in 2019 out of University of Oregon. John Shelby, Doug Glanville, and Jesse Rogers here at American Family Field. Brewers fans ready to explode their team down a run. And that's foul back.
Nelson's got very good velocity. We see the 98 miles an hour. There's not a lot of movement on that four-seamer, that fastball. It's over the top, so he has to be precise. And it seemed like he'd have more success if he gets some elevation up there, because that ball's got some hair on it.
Terrain swings and misses, struck him out. A huge strikeout for Ryan Nelson.
It's a better location for Nelson because he gets it a little bit more on the upper side. So you see the four-seamer, look at that perfect spin, but he gets the elevation and he swings under it. So those four-seamers, the advantage, you get the velocity, but you also lose the...
Oh, yeah, that too.
That's the trade-off when you're trying to get something that you can blow by the hitter.
Another pitching change. Ryan Thompson coming in.
Ryan Thompson coming in.
Going to the bullpen again.
At Simply Safe, your safety is the only thing that matters. Introducing 24/7 Lifeguard Protection, only from Simply Safe. This exclusive technology allows Simply Safe agents to help stop crime in real time by speaking through the new Smart Alarm indoor camera.
Stop. This is Simply Safe. Police are on their way.
For instant intruder deterrence and faster police response.
Police have arrived. Your home is safe.
Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Nope.
Constant Contact delivers the marketing tools your small business needs to keep up, excel, and grow. Constant Contact, helping the small stand tall.
God damn it.
At Granger, we're for the ones who pay attention to every little detail. The ones who fuss, tinker, and sweat the small stuff. Because you know the tiniest thing can make the biggest difference when it comes to keeping business moving. We get it. We're the same way, offering access to product experts to help you quickly and easily find what you need. So whatever your industry, you know you're always getting professional grade products. Call, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Kevin Connors in studio, bottom four. The Phillies get to Jesus Luzardo again. Bryson Stott to center field. JT Realmuto scores. Jazz Chisholm comes up throwing, gets Nick Castellanos at the plate. But Stott would advance to second on the throw. Next batter, Christian Pache. Single, Stott home. Zach Wheeler has been stout. Bottom four, 3-0 Phils on ESPN.
All right, Kev. And here, Torlavello going to the bullpen one more time. It's the fifth pitcher he's used, including this year. Ryan Thompson, a 3.82 ERA in 31 games. And this right-hander, Dougie, I think in his fantasy, he would have him pitching in the seventh with them and then hand it over to Ginkle and hand it over to Seawald. But here he is in a spot. Trying to protect the 4-3 advantage. Bases loaded, one out, and Thompson into a huge spot.
Well, Lavello's trying to play I just need 27 outs. And I'm just, every out, he's weighing the matchups, and he's going to go through a lot of pitchers tonight.
Taylor, and he takes the strike. He gets a chance to hit with the bases loaded again. He's in a 2-run homer, and then his next time up wrapped into a fielder's choice to end the third. Freelick at third, and Thomas at second. Donaldson at first, one out. Diamondbacks up. And his foul pushed off to the right and out of play.
Thompson has a big sinker, and you see the delivery. He starts off closed, and he steps even further closed, almost into the third base dugout. Creates a very difficult take path for right-handed batters, and he gets a good sink on it. And he's shooting for that chance to get the double play if he doesn't get the strikeout.
That one inside Thompson. And former Tampa Bay Ray, he was released by the Rays in the middle of August. And with Arizona, 13 regular season appearances and 0.69 ERA. 1-2.
1-2.
Outside, that one floats off the edge. And now 2-2 on Taylor.
He's got a great slider. Thompson has 0.97 batting average this year. And so the sinker slider, you can see he's keeping the ball down pretty well on the sinker.
And the pitch. Downstairs. And that was no place to put Tyrone Taylor. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And they rise to their feet at American Family Field. A beautiful night, temperature down to mid-70s. The roof is open. They got the yellow rally towels out.
All loaded up with Brewers. Line drive. Fucking A.
Goodness. Evan Longoria saves the day with a lunging grab, and they turn it into 2 outs. A brilliant defensive play, and the Diamondbacks still lead it
End of 5.
Took over, and he's using it to send out medical bills. Hospital bill for prime. Did you just say get? He's talking about expensive self-insurance, doesn't he? The thing Coach Pratt knows about. Say it one time.
Because Aflac gets you money to help close that gap.
How do we get this goat out of here?
Get one of my new homies.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover. Is an official sponsor of ESPN College Game Day.
Elephant would have been scarier.
The Wells Fargo Active Cash Card. Earn 2% cash back on what you want, like a lightweight road bike, clip-in shoes, and a moisture-wicking jersey.
What?
And 2% cash back on what you need.
I think you missed a spot.
Is it bad?
It's not good.
The Wells Fargo Active Cash Card. That's real life ready.
This is a cluster.
Hello.
It's what happens when marketers group customers with very different behaviors into one tangled mess.
This is a mess.
With MailChimp, marketers can use real-time behavior data to personalize every email for every customer, turning customers into customers. Intuit MailChimp, the #1 email marketing and automation platform.
Serious champions. Rep who you root for this postseason. Visit MLBshop.com for your favorite team gear and today's special offer.
Back here at American Family Field, and the new pitcher, Elvis Figueroa, will take over. We go to the 6th. A one-run game, and the right-hander fires in a strike. The Brewers with a very good bullpen. Figueroa, 3.38 third-run average. And Milwaukee in the second half, a 2.52 ERA. And ultimately, they have the second-best bullpen ERA in the majors.
Swing and a miss.
Bell fouling one off, and the count is 1-2. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Arizona. 3 runs, 10 hits, no errors for Milwaukee. The Diamondbacks have used 3 home runs in this game. One inside, checks left.
He went.
Gurriel is gone. Well, Evan Longoria turns 38 on Saturday, and happy birthday. What a play. I mean, a spectacular play by the former Gold Glove Award winner. 3 times he won that award. In fact, it was his first 3 years, or his first 2 of his first 3 years in the bigs. He won that award. He's always had really good hands and put together a very impressive career.
You know, the other question is, Adames getting doubled off there. You have to freeze on that line drive and kind of hit back. And so
Yeah, that too.
Squad trying to get an extra run across. You wait, because if it gets by them, they probably could still score it, potentially, at least get to that next back. So getting doubled off there is certainly not ideal for the Brewers.
Swing and a miss. From Thomas.
Figueroa has a slider and a sinker. Those are the 2 pitches. Good movement. Keeps it down. And that is his bread and butter.
Right-hander ready. Thomas waits. Thomas 0 for 2 in this one. Thomas, a kid who grew up around baseball. 2nd-round pick. High school in Chicago in 2018. His dad was the head of strength and conditioning for the Chicago
2-2 pitch.
around the White Sox clubhouse.
Ground ball, right side, swing. Fouls to Santana. Out number 2.
And here comes the veteran Evan Longoria. What a
Here comes the
spectacular play by Longoria,
veteran
7 years old.
Evan Longoria. 0 for 2 tonight. Strikeout.
Dramatic home run that he hit to put the Rays into the playoffs. And a guy with the most
Strike
postseason
one.
on this team.
10 career postseason home runs.
The 0-1.
The 0-1.
I like listening to Tori Lavella.
1-1 the count. 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 1-1 the count.
Gives quality to that at bat.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 2-2 the count.
Their clubhouse still loves to play. Fun to be around. Fans waving the towels. 1-2. Base hit into right field.
Base hit into right. God damn it.
Just a great adjustment there. He gets
This may be a long game.
slider, and then all of a sudden he just says, "Okay, get my foot down," and then just go with the barrel. Just simplify. Just stay beast and stay still, and not have any leg kick, and just put the foot back and just use the barrel to go through the zone. That was a huge adjustment after the first pitch. He swung over.
Craig Counsell making the point to the pen. Perdomo scheduled, had the lefty Hobie Milner up, and we get a pitching change in Milwaukee.
I'm all about fall, especially this new pumpkin spice frosty. So I'm taking some me time out here.
Question for you.
So fries are utensils, right? Good question.
It is a good question. Can you give us an answer?
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new pumpkin spice frosty or color crew.
Freedom to move is what this lumberjack lacked. Until he got Duluth free swinging flannel to whack and hack. Now he's a lumberjack. Free swinging flannel, only at Duluth Trading.
You aren't made for moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis, but Entyvio is. In clinical trials, Entyvio helped many people achieve long-term relief and remission. Infusion and serious allergic reactions can happen during or after treatment. Entyvio may increase risk of infection, which can be serious. Although unlikely, a risk of PML, a rare, serious, potentially fatal brain infection, cannot be ruled out. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, experience frequent infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Liver problems can occur. It's time to ask your healthcare provider about Entyvio. Go to Entyvio.com to learn more about the #1 prescribed biologic for Crohn's and UC. Entyvio.
Constant Contact's advanced automation lets you send the right message at the right time, every time. Constant Contact, helping the small stand tall.
Well, the best of 3 wildcard round rolls on tomorrow with all 4 Game 2s. Rangers and Rays getting started at 3 Eastern on ABC. Jays and Twins at 4:30 Eastern on ESPN. We'll have Diamondbacks Brewers at 7 right here on ESPN2. Marlins Phillies cap tonight, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on ESPN. Every game also available on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. And the lefty Hobie Milner is on. Really good season for this South.
Hobie Miller on. Hey, I'm going to call him quits here. It's in the 6th. Well, I'm going to wait until the bottom. After the Brewers hit, call it quits.
Used for Craig Counsell, a 3.76 ERA, but a sub-2. And a guy that Craig Counsell's been able to count on now for a couple of seasons. He's pitched at the big league level for the Phillies, the Rays, the Angels, and now the Brewers. Craig Counsell having to make moves. Both these managers busy pointing to the bullpen.
A lot of pointing.
Here's Geraldo Perdomo. 4-3 Arizona. As Milner
4-3 Arizona. Strike one.
Diamondbacks were down early 3-0, and they got 3 homers to take the lead.
Milner will feature that.
They got 3 in the third, 1 in the fourth, and that's been it.
But he sinks the ball.
It was tied in the third, going to the fourth. Milner got him. Yelich. Contreras. Santana. Now what's nice?
Let's know the difference, okay? Social media. It can be overwhelming for a young homeowner turning into their parents.
Now, what does it mean to slide into someone's DMs? That sounds like a lot of fun.
Okay, we're not ready for that. As a team, we'll get there. It might be a fruit emoji, but that doesn't mean they're talking about fruit.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto with us.
Okay, do you really think we need 47 photos of fun dinner at Pam?
Yes.
No.
My schedule's pretty jam-packed these days. I've got 2, we know 3 birthday parties on Saturday, and Sunday, that's my me time.
How's that look?
Works for me.
Works for me.
No one sees the world quite like an airline, but the world we see below us is changing fast. That's why Delta is committed to net zero carbon emissions by 2050. It's why we're getting rid of 4.9 million pounds of single-use plastics annually. And it's why we're accelerating our push to source sustainable aviation fuel. Because we know a thing or two about getting where we need to be. And it's time we all got going together.
We find missing people who have slipped through the cracks and we bring them home.
We need to talk about how you figured out this location before us cops.
We all have our secrets.
Affordable design. Endless possibilities. IKEA. Football is back. Got your new fantasy team name? Check. Grill? Check. Fancy Grill? Check. Troy and Joe? Check. Bro and Bro? Check. All the emotions? All season long? Check, baby.
Back here, we take a look at a game track, and it's brought to you by Volvo. We're in the bottom of the 6th in Milwaukee. The Diamondbacks 4, the Brewers 3. Arizona with 3 homers tonight. And for the Brewers, the bottom of the order, doing the damage. And Christian Yelich. Yelich fouls it into the mid. The catcher Moreno 1-1. Christian Yelich joking the other day that basically since April they've been calling themselves the Brewers have average Joes. Foul ball off his foot. Have you seen the movie Dodgeball?
I have. With Ben Stiller.
Yeah, so Vince Vaughn, obviously one of the stars of that movie, but you know, the Brewers, they're just the average Joes is what they came up with. And whereas the Diamondbacks may not be Globo Gym, there are some Globo Gyms out there waiting in the Dodgers and the Braves if they're able to get through. If you're wondering whose patches hurling the wrenches at people, that would be America's bench coach, Ted Murphy. Yelich bounces a foul. Yeah, it's a group that's fun. They get a good sense of humor.
Craig Counsell talked about how it's a fun group. He just enjoyed this team and how they have come together. And they've done it by adding pieces. They've had to make moves, a lot of moves, but they've gelled around it.
Yelich spoiling that one foul.
And Mark Cannon coming over, Santana. some moves where they send players out and back. And it's just been able to get stronger over the course of the season and fill certain holes. And here they are.
Outside, and now it's filled up on Yelich. Top of the order, Yelich, Contreras, and Santana against Ryan Thompson. Yelich waits. And that one misses. Moreno thought it was strike 3, and instead it's ball 4.
The Kings haven't had it in the zone, but right on that border. But you look at the location, see that K light up.
So that means it is a strike.
And you have a guy like Thompson, whose movement goes very much into and away from lefties, into righties. That ball on the outside is crossing that plate.
Contreras takes the strike. And William frustrated with the plate umpire, Mark Ripperger.
You got to be careful as their catcher. You don't want to get on the bad side of the umpire, and you're trying to get points for your own pitcher.
I figured it out.
Marte saying, no, I got him. Yelich went past the base and then tried a little swim move. And the call at second was safe.
I'm not watching it.
Wow, what a play. I mean, look, Wildcard knew he messed it up, but then a quick recovery and good job by Marte. He held the bag and called for it. And the ball certainly beat Yelich on second base. The ball certainly beat Yelich to the bag, but did he get the tag on him? It looked like Yelich might have reached around. Did he get his chest before he did that? Very quick, athletic move by Yelich to reach around. We just have to find out when the tag was applied and when that left hand got in there.
So it'll be a base hit. But now, will the folks back in New York overturn the call? Safe is the call.
Watch the tag. Now watch Yelich's left arm. Did he get his right arm before the left arm? That is going to be the question. I think the other angle might be the better one. That one, you can't tell when the tag is applied. But these are great shots just to kind of work with. And they're watching the big screen now. Let's look it up.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is out. Arizona will retain their challenge.
Yelich out.
Double them off. Look.
Watch the tag here. Now watch the right arm. He gets it there before Yelich gets the left hand around. That's what they have concluded. Now important in a great position. Just tough to tell with two arms involved.
Time called by Santana. Either time or he was complaining that Thompson had not engaged.
Make eye contact. Come on now.
So Santana here. Switch hitter takes low. Carlos Santana, seeing where that number 41, that's an ode to one of his heroes, Victor Martinez. When he was in the minor leagues, he would watch Victor Martinez, eventually got to work with him a little bit. That guy was an amazing switch hitter. There's a strike to the outside corner.
Strike on the outside corner.
Right now, the base running, that inability to kind of chain it together is hurting the Brewers right now. 11 hits and 3 runs.
Ball.
And 4 walks to go with that. 1, 2, 3, and just count by 1, 2, 3, 4 walks, 11 hits. A lot of traffic, as Craig Thompson said, but just not punching it through. And some of it is base running mistakes. We saw Thomas get doubled off. We saw Yelich overrun the bag.
Santana fouls it off. And the count 2-2.
Count
And
is
Canada
2
ran
and
single this
2.
first time. He's flied to left and flied to center. Came over from the Pirates at the deadline.
Came over from the Pirates at the deadline.
Diamondbacks 4, Brewers 3. We're in the bottom of the sixth. The game Milwaukee led 3-0.
The game that Milwaukee led 3-0. Swing and man, strike away. Sit down, Santana.
Huge strikeout there for Thompson.
We made our own tequila, so we'd always have a reason to get together, so you'd always have a reason to get together. Grab a glass, amigo. Our casa is your casa.
Well, now it's Mark Canha. And Canha takes the strike. Canha, 34 years old, the DH in this one. He's 0 for 3. Arizona leading 4-3. They've been out hit 11-6. Chopped on the ground. Two big
Chopped on the ground.
Marte and an over.
Game over.
Was a hit. One man left. We played
One man left.
6 in Milwaukee, and the Diamondbacks lead.
D-back lead 3-0. 4-3.
Go JG Wentworth, Aces and Cash Ball. Go JG Wentworth, Aces and Cash Ball. 877 Cash Ball. One lump sum of cash, baby, came to you. You can motor payments, but you need cash now. Oh, JG Westbrook, 877 cash now. 877 cash now. 877 cash now.
It's your money. Use it when you need it.
Oh, JG Westbrook, 877 cash now.
By the gods, you dog creature. Stop trying to be a hero. You're a villain. You're good at it. Always have been. Always will be. Shot at this.
Whatever we do, we're playing God.
Welcome your Dr. Fate. Season 2, streaming October 5th, only on Disney+.
Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 is so good. The crew is giving every combination code names.
I got that sauce biscuit and some Tay-Tay.
Eggman and Saucy Boy. 2 hot coffees.
No matter what you call it, Wendy's breakfast is that breakfast. Choose Wendy's new 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles.
All the parts you need at the prices you want. Guaranteed to fit every time. So you can keep your ride or die alive.
Back here in Milwaukee, the roof is open, and we're headed to the 7th. The Diamondbacks 4.
Heading to the 7th.
Brewers 3. Luke Shelby, Doug Glanville, and Jesse Rogers. And Bobby Milner continues as he faces Corbin Carroll, who flips one into left field for a base hit. And so Carroll on base for the 3rd time, a homer, a walk, and now a single, and a guy who is a big-time threat to run.
He's making it look easy right now. Miller is extremely difficult on lefty. The sinking action of a sidearmer. Watch how he stays inside this ball. Hands to the body. He follows through towards left field where he's kind of going with it and gets it done.
We'll keep our eye on Corbin Carroll. 54 stolen bases during the regular year and successful 91.5% of the time. Obviously, a challenge with the lefty on the mound. He's got the oven mitt on that left hand.
The cinnamon rolls are ready. Take them out, Corbin.
Marte Marte swings and hits one in the air center field. Freeland makes the catch.
Freeland makes the catch.
Back in, and Marte retired.
Marte retired.
Greg Counsell out of the dugout. You had Yoel Payamps up in the pen. I don't think Greg Counsell anticipated having to use all his leverage guys, but that's been the case here tonight. Milner gone, pitching change.
Go JG Westbrook, incidents and cash call. Go JG Westbrook, incidents and cash call.
It's your money. Use it when you need it.
Go JG Westbrook, incidents and cash call.
Yeah, right. Right, Wheelie.
Constant Contact delivers the marketing tools your small business needs to keep up, excel, and grow. Constant Contact, helping the small stand tall.
Your chain's off. We can fix it now. You're done.
Done.
Introducing Front Door. Download today to video chat an expert.
Another pitching change. Diamondbacks lead it by a run. One of the biggest plays in this game made defensively by Evan Longoria, downstairs with Jesse Rogers.
Evan, is it 27-year-old Evan Longoria out there or 37-year-old I'm watching?
Yeah, I mean, made a couple of plays in big spots there. Obviously, this game's nowhere near over. But yeah, we've been fortunate to get a couple of breaks. Obviously, catching the line drive and then right there, Yelly trying to be aggressive coming to third. We were able to get it out there. So, yeah, man, back and forth game. It feels tight. Congrats. Good luck. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Evan Longoria, a guy who still loves it and impacting the game with his glove here in this one. Glove and the arm, two really big-time plays. Yoel Payamps will take over a 2.55 ERA in 70 2/3 innings and a strikeout guy, 27%. Above that big league average.
A little bit of risk here because you're bringing in the right-hander, and you have Corbin Carroll on first base. And he stole 54 bases, but he also stole 45 of them against a right-handed pitcher. I mean, so that is helping Carroll be in a position to just take this back. So they went for the matchup at the plate, but not so much with the base running.
Now one foul back by Tommy Pham. Contreras behind the plate. He allowed 77 stolen bases, 8th most among all catchers in 2023. Santana lunges to collect that throw.
But you only get 2 disengagements, so once you throw over another time, if you try a third, it is a balk unless you pick him off.
Payamps. That's a little bit high.
That's a little bit high.
Diamondbacks use the running game to their advantage this year. I mentioned second most stolen bases in the majors. The Troy Lavello's team, they stole it at around an 87% rate. I mean, as a team, which is insane.
166 bags at an 87%.
Yeah, well, that too.
That's got to be historic.
Peace, folks.
6.5%.
7th inning. I'm gonna head on out. You guys can, if you guys have ESPN too, go check out the game. If you're a Bull fan, help it out. Plus, like, subscribe, comment on both channels. See you guys tomorrow.
That one missed outside. And now it's 3-0.
early light was so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars